Good morning, brave awakened ones. This is Veronica, Lady V of Higher Realm Holistics. I am coming to you with this spread. It's a heck of a spread. Looks complicated, but it's the way my oversoul put it to me, laid it out for me so I could lay it out for you. This is the Lightworkers spread. Like I said, part of my duties as a Lightworker forerunner is to share information with other lightworkers, for lightworkers, especially second wavers. That is what I'm here to do. Okay. And I'm doing this really, really early in the morning, like 4 a.m., because it seems easier for me to download and slip things through before they get stopped and dumped and, all that kind of weird stuff that's been going on. And FYI, I'm not getting any notifications on any comments whatsoever. That stopped a couple of days ago. So like I said, I'm checking as often as possible my channel for comments and everything like that. So if you have any really important questions, or if you're interested in sessions or my webinars, please go to higherrealmholistics.com and send me a message through there, through higherrealmholistics.com. I have, one of those quickie forms you could fill out and shoot me a question or book a session and things like that. Okay, so do that because you're putting them there. Who knows if I get to see your comments, okay? So here we go. What we're looking at is this particular timeline that we're dealing with, okay, and energies that we're dealing with right now. And I'm getting a lot of questions, and during sessions also, people still freaking out when it comes to being at this stage right here. This new stage, going into newness, not knowing what to do, trying to unpack your bags from everything you've gleaned in your past. And I mean past lives also, because we're at that point where everything prior to this moment is what we're unpacking. And that goes for all light workers, okay? All the talents, all the skills, all your gifts, time, it's unpacking time, because now is the time we're going to be using them. Now this is for November. Okay, and it goes through the end of this year, which is right here. Okay, it goes through the end of this year. But all this energy started with the Venus in retrograde. Okay, which, by the way, people are forgetting. It's still going on. Venus retrograde is still going on. Venus is still doing this to your life. It's still causing you to walk away from very painful situations that are not working out in your life. Okay, it's ending all of this. Yes, you're going to feel like this. That's why this card is here. So many people are feeling like this because all this stuff that has been building up, it's been dying out your whole life, dying out. Work-wise, all relationships. Venus is dealing with all relationships. And the reason why I'm bringing up this energy, the Venus retrograde energy, because it's very special right now. It's not just your regular Venus in retrograde that's been going on in the past. It's very particular for this period in time. I don't know if I've ever mentioned, but a few years ago, part of my ascension, part of my awakening to who and what I am is being very, very connected with the planets, very, very connected with the solar bodies, right? All the galactic bodies. I literally felt them as living, breathing beings. It was an experience I can't even explain in words. It was just so fantastic. I've always dabbled in astrology. I'm not an astrologer. Took astronomy in college, studied it for a while also, physics, astrophysics and all of that. I just took many classes. So that's why I have this connection with the planets and with the galaxy and the universe, the bodies themselves. They talk to me. Literally, they talk to me. And this is the message Venus is giving as she's in retrograde. She's cleaning all this out, all that cannot rise with you right now to your 5D energies by the end of the year, going into 2019. This is the end of the year, December, going into 2019. And you're crossing over to start dealing with those 5D energies, start creating with those 5-dimensional energies. You're going through 4D, okay? All those things must fall off now, okay? Unless you don't want to let them go. You could always stick in 3D. You could continue to deal with the 3D timeline if you wish, you know. As a light worker, you still have a choice. You could deny embodying your higher self. You can deny your oversoul, but it's going to be very rough for you. It's going to be pretty horrible. You think you're miserable now. Keep denying it, you know. But that's your decision. It's free will, right? All this old stuff is still dying down, and Venus in retrograde is knocking them all off. So you could walk away from all the pain. And yes, you're going to feel like this, but remember, it's the worst it could possibly get. Okay? And even though you're in this zone, the 0 zone, like I said, we're all in that 0 zone, unpacking our bags. Part of unpacking our baggage is getting rid of all this. We're still dealing with the Venus retrograde energy. Okay, so we're in this 0 state right now, moving away from all the pain and the hurt of everyone dropping off and things dropping off career-wise, relationship-wise, all-wise, okay? All that might, you know, slow you down and hinder you, but the energy is moving fast. It may seem like it's moving slow, but that's because it was a slow death coming, and then kaboom, things are starting to drop off. But this is here, I was shown this is here with this card, this energy, because instead of thinking of a rowboat, think of a speedboat, okay? You got a motor on that thing, okay? You got a motor on that thing. You'll be moving away rather quickly into your 0 zone, okay? Unpacking your bags. And this is what's going to help you unpack your bags, being here in contemplation, spiritual contemplation, connecting with that oversoul, embodying your higher self, embodying, you know, this is your oversoul. You're gleaming what you need to, right? And you're coming into balance. Once you've come into balance, well, as you're coming into balance, you're unpacking your bags, right? And this is the energy that came in to help ground and make everything, to solidify things, okay? To ground things, to bring things into material, help you manifest into material what you're unpacking here. And that is the Taurus moon energy. All right, that came in a little bit ago, right? That full moon in Taurus, it's helping you manifest. It's giving you that boost that you need to manifest these things, that new beginning, that new start. It's a very dense energy because it helps you bring everything from the ethereal into the material. And this is the material realm, okay? You're bringing everything to material realm. And that energy, never mind it, you know, the full moon passing, of course, going into a new moon, but that grounding energy is going to be with us for a while. It's going to be with us till the end of this year. And what's also helping that is Jupiter going into Sagittarius. That Jupiter energy is also helping us manifest these things, ground our new life, unpacking our bags into the new year, 2019. Like I said again, 2019 is not going to look anything like 2018. If you let it, I'm going to give an example what's happened with me recently when it comes to the Venus energy. And if what I'm saying doesn't resonate with you, excuse me, it doesn't resonate with you. And that's absolutely fine. Okay? The nasty, obnoxious comments are not needed. Go elsewhere or go make your own channel. That's all I have to say. And me bringing up, giving examples of what's going on in my life, I know helps others because that's part of my mission. I was told that is how I help because I go through it in order to explain it better. All right? So this, excuse me, I'm still going through Venus retrograde energy, and I always welcome that energy because I know what it's all about. And like I said, I had subletted my condo while I was in New York, dealing with what I got to deal with, doing my contract and other things. And I really did not want the person to stay and be here by the time I got home. I was like, ugh. But I had to, the least amount of time I could give him was 6 months, and that was till the end of this year. So I was like, oh God, if he doesn't have to be here, please don't let him be here if it's not necessary. I got here on my way down. He was still here, right? And I had to stop off of my office because I actually had a session. After that long drive, I had to go straight to my office and do a session. My phone was kept getting texts on my phone from him, but I couldn't answer because I was in a session. And then by the time I got home, I read and got a couple of voicemails from him. I finally went through it. He suddenly got a job from that his brother helped him get a job somewhere in Tennessee, I think it was. And he just took off. He literally took off. He had paid for the rest of this month of October. And I was like, okay, but your stuff is still here. He wanted to work out a deal to keep his things here. I said, absolutely not. Either you pay your full rent or your stuff goes. You know, I'm not storage. You can't pay half rent. So he said, okay, my parents are going to come pick up my stuff. And sure enough, his parents showed up yesterday. And I was kind enough to return his deposit with no notice because I was just so happy that I didn't have to, live with the guy here anymore. Even though he left a freaking hot mess, I don't care. I took the day off to clean and help his parents clean and pack the truck. And bam, that was it. Thank you, Venus. That was sudden, right? I did get stabbed in the back, but whatever. It's all good and I'm happy with it. So that's an example of, that sudden Venus retrograde energy clearing, because he could not go with me where I'm going. His energies was not needed here anymore. So it got cleared out. And for his highest and best good, he got a job paying 3 times the amount he was getting down here in Miami. So how awesome is that? Okay. So that's how it could work out. So don't fear this energy. So many people are freaking out over this energy. And like I said, many friends that I thought I'd come back and be hanging out with, stuff like that, not returning my phone calls, have no idea what happened to them, people who I hung out with constantly before I left. And I was told when I come back, I'm coming back into something completely different. And I knew it because my cycle goes in 3 months. Every 3 months, and it's bam, the end of the month. Like I said, with me, it's very precise. The end of the month, the 30th, bam, he's gone. And some other stuff is happening. I'm starting the webinars. Everything is changing, and I have some other things changing that coming into November. Change. Okay? So don't be scared of this energy because it's leading you to this. It's leading you to this. I know this part is horrifying. And also, lonely too, because you're by yourself. You're very much by yourself. You could be surrounded by people and you're still by yourself. You could be married and have a house full of kids and still be by yourself. I know I was. Okay? But just know allow that energy to ground. Allow it to happen so you can move into this. Okay? And if anybody needs help allowing this to happen, I'm open to sessions. And I'm also starting my webinars in November also, which is to help with all of this. which is to help the light workers of all of this. Like I said, I'm focused on light workers. That is my focus. And I'm still unpacking that huge download I got over the weekend. Okay. I got a humongous download of information over the weekend, and it's called, because my oversoul always labels it for me. I like it like that. It's called Mastership. Yes, it's about the Mastership program, which is very particular to light workers. We are in a Mastership program. Like Forerunners, the program we're enrolled in, quote unquote, is our souls are enrolled in, is the Ascended Mastership program. And the second waivers, the collective of light workers I was shown outside of the Forerunners, where they're in the Mastership program. Okay, that's the way it was broken down to me. I have it all. I'm typing it all up so I could read it and also post it on my blog. So if you want to read it and also hear the video, that is what I'm doing right now. And like I said, when the download comes, it's a whoosh of information, a whole bunch of information. And then I have to sit there and try to put it into words. Downloads come in visions. I see things and I hear things, and it's not anything like what I'm doing, like talking to you, words. It's very different. A lot of, light workers, some of you out there, especially Forerunners, you understand what I'm talking about. So, God willing, I'm working on that all week. That will be out. Okay. And it's going to be controversial because people talk about not classifying. But like I said, I asked my oversoul and Jesus, when I channel his words, is to dumb it down for me so I could understand it as basic as possible. So, and then I could explain it also, because it's easier to understand when it's broken down like that, instead of talking in generalities. When you talk too general, it's too big of a picture, and you can't quite understand it when it's too big of a picture. So that's why it's broken down into little groups and stuff like that, so you can understand it a bit better. And if it doesn't resonate with you, if I don't resonate with you, that's absolutely fine. Then I don't resonate with you. Please go find someone that does. Okay? We all have our different channels of understanding. Eyes to hear, eyes to see and ears to hear different things at different times. Okay? So namaste, much love and peace. And please breathe, stop, meditate, connect with your oversoul, and listen. You must listen. Vroop, shut the mouth. Shut the mouth and actually listen to your oversoul. Okay? Namaste, and Lady V out. And don't worry, you're getting there. Okay? You're getting there. The energy is here to help you. Allow it to help you. Bye.